Hello everybody, Dominomio here. Welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. Part 10, can you believe it? We're already halfway through the game. This episode, we're gonna check out the storybook. Because we haven't checked it out yet, and I don't want to do it all at once. But I still want to show this off. Because it's a neat little part of this game. Let us begin. Chapter 1, The Celestial Duo. Our story begins a very, very long time ago with a young girl. One day, this girl spotted a rusted spaceship holding a small star child. "What's your name? Are you lost?" the girl asked the star child. "I'm Luma, and I'm waiting for Mama. She's coming for me on the comet," said the star child, who had been waiting day and night. "Don't worry, I'll wait with you," the little girl promised Luma. At nightfall, the little girl borrowed her father's telescope and peered into the sky. She looked and looked, but she saw nothing. Hours turned into days, and then years, but still, the sky revealed nothing. Finally, the little girl sighed and said to Luma, "If we stay here looking much longer, I'll be an old lady soon." But then she had an idea. "Why don't we go out there and find your mother ourselves?" The girl and Luma fixed up the rusty spaceship, and then the two set sail into the starry sky. And this is how the search for the Celestial Mother began. Chapter 2, Starbits. Days passed with no sight of the comet, or even a single planet. Instead, asteroids extended for as far as the eye could see. "If I had known it was going to take this long, I would have packed more jam," said the little girl above the rumble of her belly. Before they left, she had packed all the essentials: telescope, butterfly net, stuffed bunny, bread, milk, jam, and apricot-flavored tea. But I forgot to bring water! At this, Luma burst into gales of laughter, and the girl began to pout. "As long as I have starbits, I'll be fine," said Luma. "Want some?" The little girl couldn't stay mad after hearing this. Luma continued to laugh, and the girl couldn't help but join in. "Alright, maybe just a nibble." Leaning far out of the spaceship, the pair began to collect starbits with the girl's net. They almost fell out a few times, but they kept on collecting. The starbits tasted like honey. Chapter 3, The Comet. A beam of light pierced through the ship's window. Thinking it was the morning sun, the girl peered through the window only to find a turquoise-blue comet shimmering at her. The little girl shook the sleeping Luma awake and shouted excitedly, "We have to get to that comet!" The pair descended on the comet and found that it was made of ice. They looked high and low, but Luma's mother was nowhere to be found. Exhausted, the little girl sat down with a flop, utterly unable to take another step. "Look!" Peering down at the icy ground where Luma was pointing, the girl suddenly noticed clusters of starbits encased in the ice. "Pretty good, huh? Finding starbits is my specialty," said Luma, beaming. "There's ice here, but it's so warm. I'll bet there's water here, too." The two decided to stay on the comet for a while. Riding the turquoise comet, the pair continued their search for Luma's mother. Chapter 4, The Dream. One night, the girl dreamed about her own mother. "Where are you going?" she asked. Her mother's retreating back. Without turning, her mother replied, Don't fret, dearest. I'm not going anywhere. I'm always watching over you, like the sun in the day and the moon in the night. A wave of sadness washed over the girl. What about when it rains and I can't see the sun or the moon? Her mother thought for a moment before responding. I will turn into a star in the clouds and wait for your tears to dry. When she awoke, the girl's face was stamped with tears. You have starbits in your eyes, said Luma to the girl. Wiping her face, the girl replied, These are tears, not starbits. I'm crying because I'll never see my mother ever again. At this, Luma began to cry too. Mama, oh mama, wah! The pair traveled through the starry skies, and though they encountered many other comets, not one of them held Luma's mother. Luma was despondent. Now, Luma. The rain clouds won't go away if you keep crying, the girl said, giving Luma a squeeze. I'll give you a present if you stop. Ah, bribery. The girl closed her eyes and said gently, I'll take care of you. With these words, she felt a small spark in her heart. Chapter 5. Home. The kitchen will go here, and the library will go over there, the girl said busily to herself. We'll put the gate here. Ever since the girl took Luma under her care, she's been bustling about at a feverish pace. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it to make a happy home. It turned out that starbits weren't the only things buried in the ice. There were tools and furniture unlike they had ever seen, and the girl used them to build a home. Looking at the completed house, Luma remarked, Don't you think it's awfully big for just the two of us? With the library, bedroom, kitchen, fountain, and gate, it was certainly spacious, but still, something seemed to be missing. If only my father, brother, and mother were here, the girl said, wistfully. Indeed, the house was too large for its two small residents. That night, clutching her favorite stuffed bunny close to her heart, the girl fell asleep in the starship. Chapter 6. Friends. Then one day, while the girl sat sipping a tea, a tiny apricot-colored planet appeared on the horizon. From the planet, another Luma of the same color emerged. Do you two know each other? The girl asked the two Lumas gleefully. Despite the girl's excitement, they seemed uneasy. The two Lumas neither drew closer nor backed away from each other. Instead, they just stared. Then one Luma broke the silence. My mama! At once, the apricot Luma parroted back, My mama! My mama! My mama! My mama! The two Lumas began to dance around the girl frantically, and neither showed any sign of stopping. The girl was so charmed by this adorable scene that she couldn't help but laugh. And that's when something very strange happened. Suddenly, more Lumas began to pop out from the apricot planet. They were different colors, but they all shouted the same thing. My mama! My mama! The sight of all the shouting Lumas only made the girl laugh harder. What am I going to do with all these children? The Lumas just stared blankly as she doubled over laughing. I guess I'll have to name each and every one of you. Tomorrow, once she had finished naming them all, she would begin moving all the Lumas into the new house. That should do it for today. We'll finish up the storybook later. There's only a few more chapters left, so maybe I'll finish it up once I collect, a lot more stars. But now, we can return back to, let's do Dusty Dune Galaxy. Because if you remember from last episode, there was a golden chomp that we couldn't destroy. Well, we could have destroyed it, but we didn't. The secret star is basically just doing that, destroying the golden chomp with the Star Man. And to get the Star Man, you may have already noticed this in last episode, but you have to collect all these coins. If you miss one, you're not going to get another chance, unless you reset the level. But the coins are pretty easy to get as long as you're careful to not use up your extra jumps with the flower too early. If you want, you can destroy the boulders for extra star bits, but even if you're playing the game like me and not really going after star bits too much, you should be fine with the star bit count. Okay, Mario, get up. A new chapter in the storybook has been added? Wow, what convenient timing. Or inconvenient, should I say. Well, whatever. Like I said before, I'm not going to do the rest of the storybook until I unlock all the chapters. So, in this level, we already did this level, so, there's not really much to say until I get to the part where, yeah, until the part that's necessary. But, I guess I'll catch this penguin again. Not bad, old man. With skating skills like that, you might have a chance. A small chance. Maybe, but a chance. Wow, thanks for the vote of confidence, Penguin. So last time I played through this level, I basically skipped a good portion of it by jumping on that platform over there. This time I'm not gonna be doing that because, I kinda need to go over here for the secret star. Ah, the ice flower. The power-up we only used twice so far. So we need to go up here with the ice flower with some skillful, well, not really skillful, jumps. Or maybe it is skillful. Who knows? Okay, that really shouldn't have worked, but since my ice flower disappeared right at the moment I needed to do that spin, I was able to get back on that platform. Normally you wouldn't even be able to do that if you still had the ice flower. But yeah, you go up here, you find a secret route, and then you just have to destroy these snowmen. So, this part is all pretty simple. This mission is really annoying for a casual playthrough because of these ice bats. They're the worst enemy in the game. Like, I'm not even kidding when I say that. They're awful. I hate them. Because they can only really die from fireballs. And, of course, you can't really spin on them because they avoid you. I'm gonna need to wait for this fire flower to respawn. I think, anyway. It's been a while since I've done this mission, but I do know there are a few speedrun tactics. Oh, yeah, I don't even need this fire flower if I remember correctly, so I'm just not gonna use it. Well. Okay. Oh, right. A little side note. Sorry if you guys can hear, like, random thumping every once in a while. I don't know if the mic will pick it up, but it is a blue snowball mic, so it kind of hates me in that it picks up quite literally everything in the house. But I kind of live in a busy household, and it's really difficult for me to find a good time to record stuff like this, because if there's too much noise in other rooms, then it'll be picked up by the mic. But everybody's pretty much awake all hours of the day except for like 3 in the morning to 5. And of course I'm not going to change my sleep schedule to account for that. So please bear with me if you just hear some random house noises. That's why I'm trying to commentate a little bit more of this episode, because I'm recording during more busy hours, even though I could have spent it doing editing for episode 8. It's called procrastination. Both procrastinating on what I need to do for school and what I need to do for editing, because I kind of hate editing a little bit. Well, I hate editing with Movie Maker. I've had some experience with iMovie, as I said before. I made a whole 26-minute how to play Tetris video. I still have it somewhere on my computer, so if I wanted to, I could upload that video. Do I want to? Not yet? Not yet, anyway. I'd be willing to upload it if you guys really wanted to see it and commented or something. But yeah. So this level we're going the normal route, which includes just going in this sling star over here. This is where you're supposed to see the hungry Luma and then be like, hey, wait, I want to go back there. But if you've already played this game before, then you can just kind of go there. So the whole kind of, I guess, gimmick behind this level is that there's sand, quicksand. It either flows in certain directions, like this one, or you sink in it. The latter is more common. This is just kind of an annoying one route kind of deal. One-way trip. And then the pole stars spawn all the way over by that treasure chest, so you had to go around twice no matter what you do. Or, I mean, it is possible to technically go back, but why do that when you could just go around? Okay, so this we have a split choice. Right leads you to a launch star, left takes you to a warp pipe. The warp pipe is slightly faster. I don't think we've ever seen one of these rooms before. This is basically like a bonus room where you can do little mini games. I'm not going to do it because it's a waste of time and I get 1-ups for it. I don't need 1-ups. Because I haven't gotten a game over in this game yet. No, we don't count Bubble Blow Galaxy. Okay. So, yeah. you're supposed to go down here once you exit the warp pipe. And this planet is kind of obnoxious because you have these little tornado guys. I don't know what they're called. Do they even have names? Well, they basically act like normal tornadoes, except they have googly eyes. Yes, I know, very creative enemy design. This is the only instance where these guys can actually hurt you too, because they have debris spinning around them. Other than that, you can just go in them like normal. Like a normal tornado, and just blow yourself away. Of course, these guys aren't as powerful as normal tornadoes, or the ones we've seen before, but you can still use that to blow around, maybe cut some corners. Very slowly cut corners. And yeah, hope you're excited to see that level again, because there's a speedrun comment of that. And knowing my luck, it's going to happen right about now. No. Okay, good. My luck isn't awful today. I would know, because, well, I have really bad luck whenever I play roguelikes, such as Enter the Gungeon or Binding of Isaac. Yes, I play a lot of roguelikes. I have like over 300 hours in Binding of Isaac, and I 100%ed that game. Not all 3 files, mind you, I'm not a psychopath, but I 100%ed 1 file, and I'm waiting for Anti-Birth, whenever that's going to come out for Switch. This part of the level is just an elevator. This is an auto-scroller. This chicken here is supposed to, hurt you, I guess? I don't know. You can just kind of ignore him. And then, Launch Star. This level. Ugh. Gross. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a treasure chest on this side. And then you had to use that to use the shell to open that and get the star piece inside. There's a star piece here. And then there's one down here. Guarded by dry bones, but you can just kind of ignore them. If your joystick doesn't turn weirdly. Just be sure to get the shell toss one first, because that one's kind of the most annoying one to get. But you can still get it even without having to change the tower elevation again. Now, if you want the secret star, quickly ground pound this stump. And be sure to collect all the notes before the planet inflates. And this will lead you to a different planet. You don't have to one cycle that if you're not quick enough. It's just faster to do it with the one cycle. Now, you need to get a bullet bill down here. I made that look easier than it actually was. Because if you don't do this star real quickly, you're gonna have a hard time with all the dry bones. They love dry bones in this part. And if the dry bones actually like spread out enough and chase you, they can block bullet bills. And you have to change the elevation for the bullet bills too. And the star. So that's kind of the whole challenge with that planet. You need to keep the bullet bills chasing you for a long enough time to hit the star. I am glad that I one-cycled that, though. Now, let's do that again, but with the normal star. So, after seeing about 5, 6 stars in this galaxy, you can kind of see why I don't like it. It either consists of only auto-scrollers or just timing cycles. And neither of those are very fun. The platforming isn't hard in this galaxy, but it's very punishing if you do mess up. Because if you mess up a cycle, you have to waste like 30 seconds getting back to where you were. And if you die in a certain part, like this part, you have to waste like another minute trying to get back to where you were. If you're actually like fast at the game, you might have to spend like another 2 minutes if you're casually playing. But if you know where all the star chips are, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so this time you don't want to hit the log immediately. Instead, you just want to use the coconut. If I can aim... Yeah, you want to get rid of that guy with the coconut, and then he'll spawn a launch star. Now, we don't have any coconuts to get rid of that pokey. But we can throw some over. Maybe like bringing 6 over is overkill, but eh. Make sure to aim well and then hit the pokey, and then you can get rid of him. Ah, this planet. Now, there should be a warp pipe in this box. And climbing a tower upside down is kind of disorienting, but that's kind of the challenge of this, because it's a chase sequence where you're upside down and you're trying to get used to the gravity. Of course, at this point in the game, you should already be used to stuff like this. And it isn't really that hard to escape the sand. Especially if you know your wall jumps and advanced techniques. And fun fact, this part you can actually control fully 3D. That's what screws me up more than the gravity, so... Oh yeah, and you don't have to collect the star right away. The sand stops right here, so you have as much time as you want to consider taking the star or being trapped in there forever. So, and with that, we read 6 chapters of the storybook, and we basically completed Dusty Dune Galaxy, with the exception of this speedy comet. So next time, we'll be finishing up the last star in Dusty Dune Galaxy, or for now anyway, and then we'll be